Jimmy Kimmel made me sick. And then fade to black, I guess, in titles, Jimmy Kimmel made me sick. And then maybe a stinger or like Law and Order. I don't know. Not like I watched his show and I didn't like it. It made me sick. Or one of his jokes or one of his funny skits. It was actually he literally made me sick. Gave me the flu or cold or virus. Really sick. And then I tell a story. I go into story. So here's what happened. So I was traveling. I was in Austin for about a week for my job because I have a really cool job. And apparently Jimmy Kimmel was also in Austin working. And then also coincidentally, I was leaving Austin after the job was done. And I was at the airport, and Jimmy Kimmel was at the airport at almost exactly the same time. So, I'm walking through the airport with my really good friend Pete Carty, and he goes, "Hey, there's Jimmy Kimmel." And I'm like, "Whoa, yeah, it is Jimmy Kimmel. He looks thinner in real life than on TV." So, so we go on because he's got his cap on and he's surrounded by babies for some reason, and I didn't want to bother him. So we come back later and we sit down near the table full of babies and moms that he was at, and we're just having a drink, having a soda. And I don't think anything about it. Jimmy Kimmel comes walking back over from where he was at the gate, and he says, "Hey everybody, they're going to load the plane early. We're going to board early, so come on, let's go." So he was about 15 feet away from me, so I didn't really think about it. We didn't have any actual contact. I mean, we lined up kind of at one point when he was standing there and I was sitting, but we were not near each other. I mean, I thought about going over and introducing myself and saying, "Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, if you ever need like an old fat guy to do nunchucks on your show, then I could do that." But I decided not to because I don't really like to bother people in the airport, and I didn't want to scare the babies. Plus, as a rule, I try not to shake hands with celebrities because I don't know where they've been. So anyway, he goes and he gets on the plane. I get on my plane. Then I get home and I'm sick. I've got this virus, this flu, whatever this is, and it's killing me. And I think, I never get sick when I travel. I travel a lot, and I never get sick. So I'm thinking, what was different? Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel was different. He was the one thing that was completely out of place in my travel, something new in the equation. I'm thinking, why would Jimmy Kimmel want me sick, and how would he do it? I mean, we didn't even touch. But then I started thinking more about it. I'm like, hey, we were there at the same time, leaving at the same time, coincidentally. Even, and strangely enough, even to make it harder, like my wife was supposed to travel. My beautiful wife was supposed to travel the week before, but strangely, her travel got pushed to this week. So now I'm here sick, thanks to Jimmy Kimmel, with my kids on spring break and my wife out of town. It's all starting to add up. So I'm thinking, well, maybe Jimmy Kimmel is working on some sort of virus that he can transfer through a glance. Maybe something he could use on Kanye or one of those other people that he's having some sort of feud with. So, I mean, that's all I can figure, because I'm sick. And there was Jimmy Kimmel. So, what I'm saying, and the reason I made this is because I didn't want anybody else to have to suffer this, because they didn't realize it was Jimmy Kimmel doing this to them. So, Jimmy Kimmel, I'm watching you. Well, not literally. I don't actually watch your show because it's on late. I've seen some of this stuff. It's funny. Your Humpalotti's thing, that was funny. But don't get anybody else sick. It's not funny. Bet if I watched Jimmy Fallon, if I saw him at the airport, I wouldn't be sick. Might have even got to meet what's his name? Justin Timberlake. Yeah, probably would.